Hello my friends, Mike here with MykeS Wilderness, and I'm just trying to get through the introduction to this day's video. You know, last weekend I went out for a hike and I forgot to bring the camera. So this is 2 weeks later, and boy have the colors changed. Oh my gosh. But yes, we've been to this lookout quite a few times in the past. I know it's now September 27th, and yeah, it's a beautiful day. Got some kind of overcast with clouds and such, but look at the colors beginning to change, and we are going to see some beautiful autumn colors here in the next week or so. So we're going to try to follow that seasonally. It's about 2:15 in the afternoon and around 63 degrees, 64 degrees. I get the occasional mosquito that I have to swat, but that's about it. Anyway, that's it for my intro. I'm going to bring you along on the adventure, and yeah, as the leaves fall off these trees, we'll get a better view of the Minneopa Creek down there in the bottom, as we've shown in the past. But for right now, this is what we've got. I enjoy it. This is great. I think I'm going to swing around here a little quicker and look at all that red and orange and yellow. Beautiful. Hope that's coming out on camera good. All right, catch you in a bit. Well, this is always interesting. I've been seeing a lot of videos lately on mushroom identification, quite specifically those that are dangerous and poisonous to eat. And I personally know of and can readily identify a little over a half a dozen different mushrooms for edible purposes, those that are common in our area. This one I do not know, and I'm going to guess it's probably a poisonous one. But that being said, I have been determined now, maybe through the winter, to study and learn more about the mushrooms that we have in the area. You see there's another one down here, and I would like to at least learn a little bit more of which ones are poisonous, and go from there. It's a real learning process, that's for sure. I've always been a little bit hesitant to wander into the field of studying mushrooms. Can't remember the name for it, but okay, anyway, gonna move on. But I thought artistically this looked kind of neat on camera. I like the colors, that kind of sulfur ring at the bottom and the gills, and just even learning the parts of a mushroom are kind of important. All right. Well, my friends, 2 weeks ago we were looking at all the pollinators going at all of the thistle blossoms, and now 2 weeks later they have gone through and past their season and are turning now to fluff. They can be used for a whole nother purpose, especially in fire making. But just had to draw the comparisons here. This is really quite amazing, just how things change in such a short period of time. Well, this very beautiful yellow plant is poison ivy. And it is that time of year when it's all beginning to change. And these are all in that one large patch that we had here. I just wanted to show 3 leaves, let it be. But they change to the fall colors, much like any other leafed out plant. And yeah, the poison ivy will dry up, the leaves will still have the Arusha oil in them, and they will still make you itch. So stay away from it. But just wanted to highlight those so that you know when you watch this that you still have to watch out for the poison ivy. All right, moving on. Well, as you, my friends, know, I like to whittle, take on certain projects just for the challenge. Try different things. I have a piece of oak here that I thought I would try to turn into something useful. Gonna make a tent peg out of it. It's always fun to carve tent stakes when you get the chance, and being that it is oak, it's going to be pretty strong. And I took off all the bark, so in the event that I use it and forget it, it'll dissolve and go away a lot quicker than having left the bark on it. So that's the advantage of carving up tent stakes. So this one, here's the challenge. You see that it's got a bit of a curve in the end, and I'm going to take off a little bit of wood on the right side to make a more straighter, sharper point and straighten it out. It's always good practice when doing tent stakes and spindles for bow drill fires to try to carve and make the spindle or the stake as straight as you can. And this you do by choosing the side that's curving in the direction that you don't want it to go. And you never want to make a tent stake go straight down the middle anyway, as it is a much weaker point. So we'll show you when we get it done a little bit more what we have for a tent stake. Okay, well, time to relax a little bit and do some whittling. While I was sitting here, I had an oak leaf just fall out of a tree and land in my lap. And it got me to thinking, you know, I'm using some oak to make a tent peg, and this leaf has done its job for the summer. Soaked up all that sunlight and brought all that energy to the tree to help it grow, and now it's done. It's going to return to the forest floor and become part of it as it decays and turns back into soil. It's pretty amazing. I don't know if you ever get a chance to look at a leaf up close, but just I've always been amazed by the structure, the veins and the shapes and everything. This one, by the way, part of a red oak, because you can see the pointy lobes. And if I get a white oak leaf landing in my lap, I'll show you that too. But anyway, yes, the colors of fall and the oak leaf from the mighty oak. Okay, well, let me show you where I'm at. I got the tent stake fairly straight, and it doesn't need to be perfect. If you're just hanging your tarp or something, little lean-to or A-frame, we'd need one more or three more. And yeah, I chamfered the ends here so they can pound on it with a rock or baton of some sort, drive it into the ground. And now we're going to make a little hook in here just large enough to hang onto or grip some paracord, and then we'll slide it in the pocket of my pack and think about making another one along the line. Yeah, tent stakes, always fun. As you can see, I've got one stop cut that I've been carving up to on the one side, and now we'll work at doing the same at an angle on the other side, and then we'll carve up underneath the apex of that point so that we have a place to work with the cordage. So there's the first half of it. Alright, let me show you what we got here. As you can see, I've cut up to the stop cut on both sides and carved kind of a ramp up to it. And here's what it looks like from the side. Going down about halfway through the diameter of the tent peg, and I'll begin to undercut that hook a little bit, kind of from both sides, to leave a place so that when it's in the ground at an angle like this, then the paracord will be hooked underneath it and not want to come out. Even if it goes slack, if you pound the stake into the ground right to where the ground level comes right up to the hook, then even if it goes slack, the rope won't come out, or any kind of cordage. So yeah, we're getting there. I'll try to finish it up here and show you the final product. It's like carving a big crochet hook. Well, there you go, guys. There's how you make the hook for the tent stake. Let me come around to the front here. You can see where the paracord fits underneath the hook, and would head off in the direction of your tarp. And when it's pounded into the ground at an angle, it's got a nice firm grip on it. You can even, if you narrow up that notch just enough to accommodate whatever rope size you have, you can actually have it pinching the cord so that if it goes slack, it's not going to fall out. So I've got it in there fairly loose, and it's not coming out from under the hook, because it's just the proper width of the cordage I'm using. So yeah, all right, we got ourselves a working tent stake. Time to head on to the next adventure. I should say today's featured pocket knife is my green coated, powder coated Swiss Army knife. It is the farmer model, so it's got a saw attachment, which I don't think I can get out of there. It's also got an awl for lighting fires, and of course the screwdrivers and the bottle opener, and then the knife blade itself. One of my favorite knives, Swiss Army knife, farmer. It's about all I need. You do so many things with it, bushcraft wise. The saw is just amazing to have it there, and the awl is in the right position. Okay, moving on. Still some very large mullein leaves out here. Still very velvety, and always good to find these things in case you need it. This one here, again comparing to my walking stick, the leaves are very large, very usable, and kind of pretty, I think. There's a little bit of yellow in there, a little brown, a little red. Well, my friends, it's been a lazy afternoon. Spent a couple hours out here hiking around, just enjoying the ambiance. It's very cool, temperatures are nice, cloudy, almost ominous, but I really enjoy the colors, and seeing that fall is coming soon. All the leaves around here will be changing to something brilliant, and we'll have the full color. The sumac here is just an amazing splash of color when you get to it. So anyway, gonna call it a day and head on out. And thanks for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of skills practice and a few of the other nature related things. Please like and subscribe, and be sure to get out and get dirty and stay safe. We're all going to get through this COVID pandemic together. And if you want, share your stories. Be glad to visit your YouTube channel as well. And like I said, I would even like and subscribe. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.